Sarah, a devoted and compassionate black waitress, had been a beacon of kindness for a disabled man over many years. Each day, she offered him her unwavering support and gentle care, and her dedication did not go unnoticed. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. But one fateful day, the disabled man, with a sense of gravity, handed Sarah an enigmatic set of keys accompanied by a note that was both cryptic and startling. This unexpected gesture would set in motion a series of events that would profoundly transform Sarah's life, opening the door to her long-cherished dream. Amid a bustling diner, Sarah entered with a radiant smile that illuminated her entire being. Her deep brown eyes, brimming with warmth and kindness, reflected the familiar sense of freshly brewed coffee and sizzling bacon that embraced her like an old friend. With a practiced hand, she fastened her apron around her waist, steeling herself for another day of serving her cherished patrons. "Good morning," everyone Sarah greeted with her melodious voice, a sound that rose above the clattering of dishes and the hum of conversations. The chorus of cheerful responses that followed filled her heart with a profound sense of belonging and contentment. This diner was more than just a place of employment, it was her sanctuary, a space where the bonds of friendship were as strong as family ties. Navigating her way through the busy diner, Sarah spotted Mr. Johnson, a retired educator who had been a regular customer for 2 decades. "The usual today, Mr. Johnson," she inquired with familiar ease, already reaching for the coffee pot. His weathered face softened into a smile, a testament to the many years of shared moments. "You know me so well, Sarah. How is your son, James, Mr. Johnson's question brought a tender smile to Sarah's face. "James is growing up fast. He's busy with a big science project at school," she responded, her pride evident. As Sarah poured Mr. Johnson's coffee, her gaze fell upon Mrs. Peterson, a newcomer who sat alone in a secluded corner booth. The elderly woman's posture was heavy with sadness, and her downcast eyes spoke volumes. Sarah felt a pang of sympathy and concern. "I'll bring your eggs shortly, Mr. Johnson," she assured, before gently making her way to Mrs. Peterson's table, her heart aching to offer solace and warmth to the solitary figure. "Good morning, Mrs. Peterson. How are you feeling today?" Sarah's voice was soft and compassionate, carrying a sincere concern that seemed to wrap around Mrs. Peterson like a warm embrace. Mrs. Peterson's gaze lifted, her eyes reflecting a moment of surprise before she responded with a hesitant smile. "Oh, hello, dear. I suppose I'm all right." Sarah could see the veil of sadness shadowing Mrs. Peterson's eyes. Determined to uplift the elderly woman's spirits, Sarah offered, "How about I bring you a plate of our renowned blueberry pancakes? They have a magical way of brightening the day." For the first time since Mrs. Peterson had started visiting the diner, a flicker of warmth touched her lips as they curved into a small but genuine smile. "That sounds wonderful, dear." "Thank you, Mrs. Peterson replied, her voice softening with gratitude. As Sarah continued her rounds, taking orders and delivering steaming plates of comfort food, she felt a profound sense of fulfillment. Each smile she inspired and every kind word she offered felt like small victories, affirming that her work was more than just a job, it was a calling she embraced with her whole heart. Sarah's spirits lifted further when she spotted Jack making his way through the diner's entrance. His weathered face, often set in a stern expression, hinted at a hidden warmth Sarah had come to recognize. "Good morning, Jack," she greeted, her voice infused with genuine warmth and friendliness. "Your usual spot is ready and waiting for you." Jack acknowledged her with a nod, a faint trace of a smile breaking through his usual serious demeanor. "Morning, Sarah," he grunted, his voice rough but laced with an unspoken affection. Sarah watched as he skillfully navigated his wheelchair to the corner table, thoughtfully arranged to accommodate his needs. She grabbed a menu and a fresh pot of coffee, her heart full of anticipation as she made her way to his table, ready to continue her day of making connections and spreading kindness. "How are you today?" Sarah asked, gently pouring a steaming cup of coffee, prepared just the way Jack preferred black, no sugar. Jack merely shrugged, his gaze fixed on the menu that he had memorized long ago. "Same as usual, I suppose." Sarah's heart tugged at the hint of loneliness in his voice. "Well, I'm really glad you're here," she replied with genuine warmth. "The morning just wouldn't feel right without seeing you for a fleeting moment." Jack's usual reserve seemed to soften. He lifted his eyes to meet hers, a subtle, vulnerable glimmer appearing. "Thanks, Sarah. That's kind of you to say." Sarah's face lit up with a radiant smile. "Let me guess, scrambled eggs, wheat toast, and a side of bacon." Jack's eyes sparkled with a touch of amusement as he nodded. "You've got me all figured out, haven't you?" "I do my best," Sarah said with a playful wink. "I'll get that right out to you." As she turned to place his order, she felt a surge of affection for Jack. Though he was a man of few words, his morning visits seemed to be a cherished part of his routine. She noticed the way his shoulders relaxed as he sipped his coffee, and how his eyes appeared a bit lighter, as though the burdens of his day were momentarily lifted. Sarah made a point to check on Jack frequently throughout her shift. She topped off his coffee with a friendly nod, shared tidbits about the weather, and even managed to draw a chuckle from him with a silly joke she had picked up from her son. With Jack's order slip in hand, she bustled back to the kitchen, pinning it to the order wheel with a sense of satisfaction. Her thoughts briefly wandered to her son James and the joy his presence brought her, much like the warmth she hoped she provided to Jack each morning. A wave of deep affection washed over Sarah, tempered by a familiar knot of worry. Her gaze drifted to the clock, and she knew her son James would be getting ready for school. The thought tugged at her heart, a blend of pride and concern for her 10-year-old, who already exhibited such maturity. James often took it upon himself to prepare his lunch, a gesture that both warmed her heart and reminded her of the sacrifices she wished she could avoid. "Order up, Sarah," the cook announced, sliding a plate of food across the counter with a practiced motion. Sarah swiftly grabbed it, her thoughts lingering on James and his burgeoning independence. At just 10, he was a remarkable source of pride, though her heart ached with a desire to do more for him. As she delivered the steaming plate to a waiting customer, her eyes fell on the tip jar by the register. It wasn't overflowing, but every coin contributed to her dream. Sarah's mind wandered to the jar hidden away in the back of her closet at home, a repository for every spare penny she managed to save. This jar symbolized her aspirations, the humble beginning of what she hoped would one day grow into her very own cafe. The path to that dream often seemed daunting, especially on days when the bills felt overwhelming and the fridge appeared too bare. Yet Sarah clung to hope with unwavering resolve. She had invested too much effort and heart to abandon her dream now. "Keep smiling, Sarah," she whispered to herself, a mantra she had repeated countless times. "Better days are coming." She believed it with every ounce of her being, driven by the determination to be a mother who exemplified perseverance and the pursuit of dreams for her son's sake. As Sarah continued to refill coffee cups and engage in friendly conversation with regulars, her thoughts turned to her plans for the evening. She had taken on an extra shift cleaning offices after hours, a sacrifice of time away from James in exchange for a little extra money to cover his school supplies for the upcoming term. "It's all for him," she reminded herself, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. One day, it will all pay off. Wiping down the counter, Sarah's mind remained a whirl of dreams and daily struggles. As she worked, her coworker Mary approached with a look of concern. "Everything okay?" Hun Mary's voice was soft and empathetic. Sarah offered a small, weary smile. Just mulling over the future, you know how it is. The conversation, though brief, was a reminder that she wasn't alone in her journey. bolstering her spirits as she faced another day of balancing dreams with reality. Mary's gaze softened with empathy as she nodded, her understanding evident. "Want to talk about it?" Sarah hesitated, her thoughts swirling with uncertainty, before finally nodding. They moved to a quieter corner of the diner during their break and slid into a booth, the clamor of the diner fading into the background. "I've been saving up," Sarah began, her voice trembling slightly as she shared her deeply held aspiration. "I dream of opening my cafe someday." Mary's eyes widened with a mix of surprise and admiration. "Oh, Sarah, that's truly wonderful." The sincerity in Mary's response enveloped Sarah with a comforting warmth. "Right now it's just a dream, but I'm committed to making it a reality for both James and myself." Mary reached across the table, her hand gently squeezing Sarah's. "If anyone can make this happen, it's you. You've got more tenacity and heart than anyone I know." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes, moved by her friend's unyielding belief in her. "Thank you, Mary. Your support means more to me than you know." Yet, Mary's expression shifted to one of concern. "It won't be easy, you know that, right? Running a business is challenging, especially for people like us." Sarah nodded resolutely, her jaw set in determination. "I understand, but I have to give it a shot. I want to show James that dreams are worth pursuing, no matter how tough it gets." Mary's smile was a blend of pride and apprehension. "You're already teaching him that every single day. Just remember to take care of yourself too, okay?" Sarah nodded, the weight of Mary's words sinking in. She felt a renewed sense of hope and determination as she left the quiet corner, ready to face the rest of her shift with a heart fortified by friendship and unwavering resolve. Sarah felt a lump tighten in her throat. Mary's words resonated deeply. She knew the path ahead would be fraught with challenges. But as she glanced around the diner, taking in the familiar faces of customers she had come to care about, she felt a surge of resolve. This was where her heart was, a place where she longed to create not just a cafe, but a space filled with warmth, community, and belonging. "I won't give up," Sarah declared with a voice that held a firm conviction. "No matter how long it takes, I'll make it happen." Mary's supportive smile was a beacon of encouragement. "And we'll all be here, cheering you on every step of the way." With renewed determination, Sarah approached Jack's table, her heart still uplifted by her conversation with Mary. She placed a steaming cup of coffee in front of him, her smile warm and inviting. Jack looked up, his eyes distant and reflective. "Here you go, Jack. Just the way you like it," she said softly, hoping to offer a moment of comfort. Jack's eyes locked onto hers, a faint, grateful smile appearing. "Thank you, Sarah. You always remember." Sensing that Jack might need someone to talk to, Sarah gently pulled up a chair beside him. "How are you doing today?" she asked, her voice imbued with genuine concern. Jack sighed, his fingers absently tracing the rim of his coffee cup. "Just thinking about the old days," he replied, his gaze drifting towards the window. Sarah nodded empathetically, her own heart heavy with understanding. "Life can be really tough sometimes," she agreed softly. "But you know, the best part of my day is hearing your stories. They remind me that even when things seem difficult, there's still beauty in the little moments." Jack looked at her with an unexpected warmth in his eyes, his voice thick with emotion. "You're a good soul, Sarah." You know that the sincerity in his words touched her deeply. Sarah's eyes softened, her voice gentle. "I just try to be kind. It's what makes life a little brighter." As Sarah prepared to leave, Jack reached into his coat pocket, his hands trembling slightly. He pulled out a small, weathered envelope and handed it to Sarah with a shy, almost apologetic smile. "I wanted to give this to you. It's not much, but it's a token of my appreciation." Sarah took the envelope, her heart swelling with gratitude and tenderness. "Thank you, Jack," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "This means more to me than you know." With a final, heartfelt smile, she tucked the envelope carefully into her apron, feeling a profound connection to the community she cherished and the dreams she was determined to achieve. Sarah gingerly took the envelope from Jack, her heart fluttering with intrigue. "You didn't have to do this, Jack. You've been a valued regular here for years. It's truly a joy to serve you." Jack's face, usually softened by his friendly demeanor, turned solemn as he replied, "It's not merely about the coffee, Sarah. It's about the profound kindness you've continually extended to me. Your compassion has made a significant difference in my life, and I want to acknowledge that." With a final, warm smile, Sarah slid the envelope into the pocket of her apron and went back to her work. The bustling lunch hour soon enveloped the cafe, but amidst the clamor and chatter, Sarah found a moment of tranquility. She took out the envelope and opened it, her hands quivering slightly. Inside, she found a note penned in Jack's meticulous handwriting, each word carefully chosen. "Dear Sarah, you have been a guiding light in my life, and I wanted to find a way to give something back. Enclosed are the keys to a small property that I own. It may not seem like much, but it could be the beginning of something extraordinary. I have immense faith in you, Sarah. You possess a heart full of kindness and a spirit that deserves to shine brightly. With warmest regards, Jack." As Sarah absorbed the words on the paper, her hands shook with a blend of disbelief and elation. The keys represented more than just a piece of metal. They were a tangible step toward realizing her long-held dreams. Her heart raced with a fierce cocktail of excitement and hope. She pressed the note to her chest, feeling a swell of determination and optimism. This gesture transcended mere kindness. It was a significant opportunity she had tirelessly worked towards. Although she understood that challenges still lay ahead, Jack's generous gift had ignited a flicker of hope she had scarcely allowed herself to imagine. Sarah's eyes welled up with tears of deep gratitude as she read Jack's heartfelt note. Her gaze lifted toward the sky, silently offering thanks to the universe for bestowing such unexpected kindness upon her. The envelope, now carefully tucked away, was more than just a gift. It was a beacon of hope. As she resumed her shift, her mind buzzed with dreams and possibilities, her every action now fueled by a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. The prospect of turning her dreams into reality seemed closer than ever, and she vowed to treasure this moment of serendipity forever. As the days turned into weeks, Jack's presence in Sarah's life became a comforting constant amidst the whirlwind of her daily responsibilities. Their interactions, often punctuated by shared cups of coffee and slices of pie, evolved into treasured rituals that brought joy and warmth to Sarah's busy life. During one of these cherished moments, Sarah felt compelled to share a dream she had long kept close to her heart. "You know, Jack," Sarah said, as she diligently wiped down the counter, "I've always envisioned opening my little cafe. A cozy, inviting space where people could come and feel truly at home." Jack's eyes lit up with genuine interest and excitement. "Really? That sounds wonderful. Have you thought about any specific plans?" Sarah's voice faltered slightly, tinged with a mix of hope and apprehension. "Well, it's still just a dream at this point. With my responsibilities towards James and the constant pressure of bills, it feels like such a distant goal." Jack leaned closer, his gaze serious yet encouraging. "Sarah, dreams are crucial. They give our lives direction and purpose. From everything I've observed, you have both the talent and the heart needed to bring this dream to life." Sarah felt a warm, comforting glow spread through her at Jack's encouraging words. "Do you believe that?" "I do," Jack responded with unwavering conviction. "Though I may not be active in business anymore, I've accumulated quite a bit of knowledge over the years. If you'd like, I'd be more than happy to offer you some guidance on how to get started." Sarah's eyes widened in astonishment and gratitude. "You would do that for me?" Jack's smile radiated warmth, making him appear years younger. Certainly. That's what friends are for, isn't it? To support each other and help make dreams come true. In the weeks that followed, Jack immersed himself in mentoring Sarah, generously sharing his expertise with her. He patiently walked her through the intricacies of crafting a business plan, managing budgets, and developing effective marketing strategies. Sarah eagerly absorbed every nugget of wisdom, her enthusiasm and anticipation growing with each insightful discussion they had. One afternoon, as they sat together discussing her progress, Jack's gaze softened with admiration. "You know, Sarah," he said thoughtfully, "there's something truly exceptional about you. Your culinary skills are remarkable, but it's more than that. You have a unique way of making people feel genuinely welcomed and valued. That's a rare and precious gift in this industry." Sarah's eyes glistened with emotion as she listened. "Thank you, Jack. I've always dreamed of turning this vision into reality, but your support makes it seem so much more attainable." Jack gently placed a reassuring hand on hers. "It's absolutely within reach, Sarah. You possess both the talent and the drive needed to succeed. Don't let go of your dream. I have complete faith in you." With Jack's encouragement fueling her passion, Sarah's excitement quickly transformed into determined action. Surrounded by a sea of notebooks, printouts, and scattered documents, she dove headfirst into the daunting task of preparing to open her cafe. She immersed herself in research, navigating through articles on securing small business loans, understanding health department regulations, and designing a menu. Although the sheer volume of information was overwhelming, Sarah's resolve remained unshaken, driven by Jack's unwavering belief in her potential. One evening, after lovingly tucking James into bed, Sarah sat down with renewed purpose. As she sketched out her vision for the cafe, her imagination painted a picture of a warm, inviting space. She envisioned cozy, eclectic furnishings, vibrant local artwork adorning the walls, and a menu brimming with her renowned pies and hearty, home-cooked dishes. As she jotted down her ideas, a cocktail of exhilaration and apprehension stirred within her. The prospect of startup costs, rent, and essential equipment loomed large, yet Jack's encouraging words, "You've got the skills," and the determination echoed in her mind, becoming a powerful mantra that propelled her forward despite the challenges. The following day at the diner, Sarah could hardly contain her excitement as she approached Jack with his coffee. Her eyes sparkled with enthusiasm. "Jack, you won't believe the progress I've made," she declared, her voice brimming with excitement. "I've been diving into everything there is to know about opening a cafe. It's overwhelming and a bit frightening, but for the first time I truly believe that I can make this dream a reality." Jack's face lit up with a proud smile, his eyes crinkling with genuine delight. "That's fantastic news, Sarah. I had no doubt you had it in you. Tell me everything you've discovered." As Sarah eagerly detailed her research, discussing her plans, challenges, and newfound insights, Jack listened with rapt attention. His thoughtful advice and steadfast encouragement infused Sarah's dream with a newfound sense of reality and possibility. "I honestly couldn't have come this far without you," Sarah said softly, her voice tinged with deep gratitude. "Your unwavering belief in me has meant the world." Jack gently placed his hand over hers in a reassuring gesture. "You've always had the potential, Sarah. I'm just happy I could help you recognize it." Their connection grew even stronger when Jack, usually a reserved figure, invited Sarah to join him during her break, a gesture that spoke volumes. As they sat together, sharing stories and laughter, Sarah noticed a profound sadness behind Jack's eyes. He took a deep breath, his voice taking on a somber tone as he began to open up about his past. "I used to be deeply involved in business," Jack began quietly, "but I haven't shared the full story with you. I built a successful company from the ground up, but after a severe accident, I lost everything: my ability to walk, my business, my sense of purpose, and even my family." Sarah's heart ached at the revelation. She reached out and gently placed her hand on Jack's arm, offering silent support. "Oh, Jack, I had no idea. I'm so sorry for all you've been through." Jack's gaze softened as he looked at Sarah. "It's been tough to talk about, but seeing you work so passionately for your dreams reminds me of my younger self. I don't want you to lose hope or give up, no matter what obstacles you face." Sarah's throat tightened with a surge of emotion as she listened to Jack's heartfelt revelation. "Thank you for opening up to me, Jack," she said, her voice thick with gratitude. "Your resilience is truly inspiring, and I promise you that I won't give up on my dreams." As their bond grew stronger, Sarah's life took an unexpected turn. She received a frantic call from James' school, informing her that her son was running a high fever. Panic gripped her heart as she rushed to pick him up, her mind racing with worry and concern. Observing her distress, Jack, ever the supportive friend, offered his help. "Is everything all right?" Jack asked, his voice filled with concern. "It's James," Sarah explained, her voice quivering with anxiety. "He's very sick. I need to go now." Jack nodded empathetically, understanding the gravity of the situation. "Go be with your son. I hope he recovers quickly." In the following days, Sarah found herself struggling to balance caring for James with the mounting stress of missing work. Jack's daily messages became a crucial source of comfort and encouragement. "Remember, Sarah," he texted one evening, "you're stronger than you realize. You've overcome tough situations before, and you'll navigate through this one just as you have in the past." Sarah read his message repeatedly, each time finding solace and strength in his unwavering support. As she watched James finally drift into a peaceful sleep, a flicker of hope ignited within her. The road ahead remained challenging, but Jack's kindness and encouragement provided a beacon of hope, helping her face each day with renewed determination. At the diner, Sarah and Jack continued to weave their shared dreams into reality. Jack's enthusiasm for Sarah's cafe idea was a constant source of inspiration, and their collaborative sessions were filled with creativity and excitement. They explored a myriad of possibilities, brainstorming names, crafting menu ideas, and discussing interior design. Jack's vast business experience and genuine, heartfelt support proved to be invaluable as they mapped out the future of Sarah's dream. One momentous day, Sarah received a letter that felt like a dream come true. It was an official notification informing her that she had been selected to receive a small business grant. As she read the letter, tears of joy welled up in her eyes, and she was overwhelmed by the realization that her dream was inching closer to becoming a reality. Bursting with excitement, she couldn't wait to share the incredible news with Jack. When Jack arrived at the diner later that day, Sarah's eyes sparkled with anticipation. "Jack, you won't believe it. I got the grant. They chose me." Jack's face beamed with unrestrained joy. "That's fantastic news, Sarah. I'm over the moon for you. You truly deserve this moment." As Sarah and Jack continued to plan and dream together, Sarah felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Their friendship, perseverance, and shared vision made the path toward opening her cafe not only meaningful but profoundly exciting. With Jack's unwavering support, Sarah felt more prepared than ever to transform her dreams into reality. But amidst this journey, Sarah's life took a poignant turn. One day she walked into Jack's hospital room, her heart heavy with concern as she clutched a bouquet of bright, cheerful daisies. Seeing Jack lying in the bed, pale and frail, pierced her heart, but she greeted him with a brave and warm smile. "How are you feeling, Jack?" she asked softly, her voice laced with genuine care. Jack's eyes brightened with a flicker of recognition and relief. "You didn't have to come all this way." "Of course I did," Sarah replied, placing the flowers gently on his bedside table. "You're my friend. I couldn't possibly stay away." Jack's eyes filled with tears, his voice thick with emotion. "I never imagined I'd have a friend like you again after everything that happened. I pushed so many people away, but you never gave up on me." Sarah's eyes mirrored his sadness, but her heart was full. "You've been an incredible friend to me too. Your belief in me and my dreams has meant more than words can express." Jack managed a faint smile, his eyes reflecting a mix of gratitude and hope. "Watching you chase your dream of the cafe has brought a spark of joy back into my life. You've shown me that even in the darkest times, life can still hold meaning." They sat together in a quiet, comfortable silence, the weight of their shared journey and deep friendship filling the room. When Jack was finally well enough to leave the hospital, Sarah was there, her presence a steadfast pillar of support as she helped him settle back into his apartment. Her smile was a warm and reassuring beacon, bringing comfort and a sense of normalcy to Jack's recovery. Inside Jack's modest apartment, Sarah busied herself with making sure he was settled in and comfortable. Her actions were filled with warmth and a motherly affection as she fussed over him with genuine care. "You don't need to go through all this trouble," Jack murmured, his voice tinged with appreciation. "But I want to," Sarah insisted with a gentle smile. "You've been such a good friend to me. This is my way of returning the favor." Days turned into a routine of support and companionship. Sarah made it a point to check in on Jack both before and after her shifts at the diner. She brought him home-cooked meals, shared updates on her cafe plans, and provided him with much-needed company. Their friendship had evolved into a profound source of strength and joy for both of them. Sarah realized that this journey wasn't merely about opening a cafe, it was a testament to the transformative power of friendship, perseverance, and mutual belief. When the time came for Sarah to face the actual space for her cafe, she was filled with both anticipation and a touch of trepidation. The space was far from pristine, it was dusty and neglected, begging for a touch of care and vision. Yet Sarah could see the glimmers of its potential shining through the grime. Sunlight filtered through the dirty windows, casting a gentle glow on the faded walls and worn-out furniture. "This is it," Sarah whispered to herself, her heart swelling with a mix of excitement and resolve. "This is where it all begins." Fueled by renewed determination, Sarah rolled up her sleeves and threw herself into the work. Every spare moment was spent at the cafe, where she diligently cleaned, painted, and planned. The once empty space began to transform under her hands, each stroke of paint and every scrub of the surface bringing her vision to life. The joyous sounds of her son James's laughter filled the air as he eagerly helped her choose colors for the walls, adding a touch of playfulness and hope to their shared dream. James, holding up a bright paint swatch, eagerly asked, "How about this sunny yellow, Mom?" Sarah's face lit up with delight as she examined the color. "It's perfect, sweetheart. It's like a warm hug in paint form." Day by day, the transformation of the cafe was nothing short of magical. Sarah's loving touch breathed new life into the tired space. She meticulously hung cheerful curtains, arranged cozy seating areas, and infused the air with the irresistible aroma of freshly baked goods. Each detail, from the carefully selected furniture to the inviting decor, was a reflection of her dreams and dedication. As she worked, Sarah's thoughts often drifted to Jack. She wished he could witness the progress and feel the joy that radiated from every corner of the cafe. His generosity had been the catalyst for this journey, and she was determined to honor his support by creating a place that would make him proud. The community rallied around Sarah with heartfelt enthusiasm. Friends from the diner showed up to lend their hands, eagerly painting walls and arranging furniture. Even her former boss, moved by Sarah's unwavering commitment, offered invaluable advice on running a successful cafe. After weeks of tireless effort, the cafe was finally ready for its grand opening. Sarah stood in the center of the room, soaking in the vibrant transformation. The warm yellow walls glowed under the sunlight, The enticing aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked goods filled the air, and handmade signs proudly welcomed visitors to Sarah's place. Her heart raced with a blend of excitement and nervous anticipation as she unlocked the doors. The early morning sun bathed the freshly painted sign in a golden glow, reflecting the promise of a new beginning. Taking a deep breath, Sarah inhaled the sweet scent of success and fresh starts. As the first customers began to trickle in, Sarah greeted them with a radiant smile. "Welcome to Sarah's place," she said, her voice brimming with warmth and joy. The cafe quickly filled with familiar faces from the community, former co-workers from the diner, friendly neighbors, and even her son's teacher. The space was alive with chatter and laughter, a testament to the love and hard work that had brought Sarah's dream to life. The cafe buzzed with the lively hum of conversation and the melodic clinking of coffee cups. Sarah, filled with a mixture of excitement and nerves, darted between tables, serving platters of homemade pastries and steaming mugs of coffee. Despite her hands trembling slightly from nervous energy, her smile remained steadfast and genuine. Her heart swelled with joy each time she saw her son James beaming with pride, eagerly sharing with anyone who would listen, "That's my mom. She owns this place." Throughout the morning, Sarah's gaze frequently wandered to the entrance, her hope growing with each passing moment. She longed to see a familiar face among the crowd. Just when her optimism began to wane, the door swung open, and in wheeled Jack. Though his face was pale, his eyes shone with unwavering determination. Sarah's heart leaped at the sight of him. She hurried over, her excitement nearly causing her to topple a chair. "Jack, you made it," she cried, her voice tinged with both relief and joy as she gently embraced him. Jack's eyes sparkled with admiration as he took in the vibrant cafe. "I wouldn't miss this for the world, Sarah," he said softly, his voice laden with pride. "Look at what you've built." Sarah guided Jack to a cozy spot by the window, where he could take in the lively scene outside. She placed a steaming cup of his favorite coffee and a generous slice of freshly baked apple pie in front of him. As Sarah continued to move through the cafe, her heart frequently darted toward Jack's corner. There he sat, a serene figure of quiet pride and contentment. His presence was a poignant reminder of the incredible journey that had brought her to this moment. The cafe, alive with the sounds of community and the aroma of home-baked treats, felt like a dream made real, one that was made even more meaningful by Jack's steadfast support and friendship. The grand opening of Sarah's place was nothing short of a spectacular triumph. By midday, the cafe was a whirlwind of activity, teeming with enthusiastic patrons and delighted visitors. The community's overwhelming support was a testament to Sarah's hard work and dedication, leaving her heart brimming with gratitude. Sarah's place swiftly established itself as a cherished gem within the town. Each morning, Sarah unlocked the cafe doors with a profound sense of pride and joy, emotions she had never known before. The air was perpetually filled with the irresistible scent of freshly baked muffins and rich, aromatic coffee, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere for every guest who walked through the door. As the weeks went by, familiar faces became regular fixtures in the cafe. Sarah greeted each of them with a personal touch, recalling their names and their favorite orders with genuine warmth. Her caring nature and authentic engagement transformed every visit into a heartfelt experience, making each customer feel like a cherished member of an extended family. The ambience of the cafe was a vivid reflection of Sarah's spirit, radiant, uplifting, and imbued with hope. The walls were painted in soothing, gentle hues and adorned with vibrant local artwork, creating a gallery of community pride. Cozy armchairs were strategically placed around the room, inviting patrons to linger, relax, and savor their time at Sarah's place. The constant hum of laughter and cheerful conversation formed a comforting soundtrack to the cafe's daily life. Jack remained a steadfast figure in both Sarah's life and the cafe's daily operations. Most mornings, he would arrive, wheeling himself to his favorite spot by the window. From his vantage point, he observed Sarah orchestrating her cafe with grace and efficiency, her face often glowing with the satisfaction of a job well done. Each time Jack saw her manage the bustling cafe with confidence and poise, his eyes sparkled with a proud, unspoken acknowledgement of her achievement. During quieter moments, Sarah would sit with Jack at his table, their conversations rich with insights and camaraderie. They would discuss the day's events, and Jack, drawing from his extensive business experience, offered thoughtful advice and encouragement. Their discussions, infused with Jack's wisdom and Sarah's enthusiasm, further solidified the bond between them, making their shared journey even more meaningful. Sarah's cafe, now a thriving hub of the community, was a testament to her dedication and vision. Her daily interactions with customers and her ability to create a warm, inviting atmosphere made Sarah's place a cherished destination for locals and newcomers alike. One morning, as Sarah observed the lively cafe scene from behind the counter, her gaze fell on a group of teenagers huddled in the corner. They were engrossed in their textbooks, surrounded by steaming mugs of hot chocolate. The sight sparked an idea in Sarah's mind. She realized she could use her cafe not only as a place of comfort and community, but also as an opportunity to support the town's youth. Determined to make this vision a reality, Sarah placed a help-wanted sign in the cafe window. She knew that many young people in the area were seeking work experience, and she wanted to offer them a chance to learn and grow. It wasn't long before the cafe was flooded with enthusiastic applicants. After a series of interviews, Sarah hired 3 promising teenagers: Emily, Miguel, and Zoe. As a mentor, Sarah took her responsibilities seriously. Each shift began with a lesson on a different aspect of running the cafe, from brewing the perfect cup of coffee to managing inventory and maintaining high standards of customer service. She shared her knowledge with patience and passion, eager to pass on everything she had learned. Remember, Sarah would remind them with a warm smile, every customer deserves a warm welcome. Make them feel at home. The young employees embraced the opportunity with enthusiasm. Emily quickly became adept at latte, adding beautiful designs to every cup she prepared. Miguel's exceptional customer service skills earned him praise from regulars, who appreciated his friendly demeanor and attentiveness. Zoe's talent for baking shone through as she perfected recipes and contributed delicious treats to the cafe's menu. Watching Emily, Miguel, and Zoe grow more confident and skilled with each passing day filled Sarah with immense pride. She saw in them the same spark of potential that had once fueled her journey. Her cafe was no longer just a place where people came to enjoy good food and coffee. It had become a nurturing space where dreams were cultivated and future leaders were being shaped. Sarah's place was more than just a cafe. It was a place where the community came together, supported one another, and created lasting connections. Sarah's commitment to her dream and her dedication to her employees demonstrated the profound impact one person's vision could have on an entire community. Sarah's dedication to her cafe and the young people she mentored had created a ripple effect throughout the community. Her thoughtful approach to managing the cafe and nurturing her employees not only contributed to their personal growth, but also made Sarah's place a beloved institution. The cafe became a symbol of support and opportunity, where dreams were nurtured and celebrated. Jack's declining health was a heavy blow to Sarah, who had grown deeply attached to her friend and mentor. His once frequent visits to the cafe had dwindled, and when he did manage to come, it was clear that he was struggling. Seeing him so unwell was heart-wrenching, and Sarah knew she couldn't just stand by. Determined to support Jack in his time of need, Sarah adjusted her cafe schedule to ensure she could spend time with him every day. She became his primary caregiver, coordinating her visits to his home with precision and love. Each day she brought a carefully prepared meal from the cafe, ensuring he received not just nourishment, but also a reminder of the vibrant community he had helped to build. Their conversations during these visits were a blend of light-hearted chatter and heartfelt moments. Sarah would share updates about the cafe and the progress of her young employees, and Jack would offer his insights and encouragement, albeit with a growing fatigue that tugged at Sarah's heart. One afternoon, as they sat together in Jack's modest living room, he looked at Sarah with a mixture of gratitude and melancholy. "You don't have to do this, Sarah," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "You've done so much for me already." Sarah took his frail hand in hers, her eyes filled with warmth and determination. "I want to, Jack. You've been there for me through everything. This is the least I can do to show my appreciation. You've made such a difference in my life. Let me be here for you now." Jack's eyes glistened with emotion, touched by Sarah's unwavering support. Her presence was a source of comfort and strength for him, just as he had been for her. Despite the challenges Jack faced, Sarah's commitment never wavered. She continued to manage the cafe with the same passion and dedication that had driven her from the beginning. Her efforts to support Jack and her commitment to nurturing the young employees created a legacy of kindness and perseverance. Sarah's place thrived as a beacon of community spirit and opportunity, a testament to Sarah's resilience and the power of true friendship. Amid her busy life, Sarah found solace in the knowledge that she was making a meaningful difference, not just in her own life, but in the lives of those around her. The quiet room was filled with the soft sounds of the ticking clock and the gentle hum of the heater. As Sarah sat beside Jack, she couldn't help but reflect on the incredible journey they had shared. His words were a balm to her weary soul, offering a sense of closure and fulfillment that she hadn't fully realized she needed. Jack's voice was softer now, but it carried a profound weight. "You know, Sarah," he continued, "it's not just about the cafe or the business. It's about the people we've touched, the way we've been able to lift each other. That's what matters." Sarah's eyes glistened with unshed tears, and she took a deep breath, trying to steady her emotions. "I never imagined that starting a cafe would lead to all this," she said quietly. "The friendships, the community, the way it's become a place of hope and learning, it's more than I ever dreamed." Jack's smile was faint but genuine. "You've given so much of yourself, Sarah, and seeing you succeed and help others has given my life a renewed sense of purpose. I'm grateful for every moment of it." Sarah gently brushed a stray lock of hair from Jack's forehead, her heart aching at the thought of losing him. "I wish we had more time," she whispered. "There's still so much I want to share with you, so much I want you to see." Jack's hand rested softly over Sarah's, and he looked at her with a mixture of pride and tenderness. "I've seen enough, Sarah. I've seen you become the amazing person I knew you could be, and that's more than enough for me." They sat in companionable silence, holding on to the precious moments they had left. Sarah knew that Jack's words would stay with her, guiding her as she continued to run the cafe and mentor the young people who worked there. His legacy would live on through her actions and the impact she would continue to make. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah found solace in the knowledge that she had honored Jack's trust and his belief in her. She carried his lessons and his spirit with her, making sure that Sarah's place remained a beacon of hope and warmth for everyone who walked through its doors. In the end, Jack's presence had been more than a guiding force. It had been a source of inspiration and a reminder of the power of kindness and friendship. And though his physical presence was no longer with her, his influence continued to shape her life and the lives of those around her, ensuring that his legacy would endure through the cafe and the community he had helped to build. Sarah's place became a cherished hub in the community, embodying the values Jack had instilled in her. Every morning, as the sun cast its first golden rays over the cafe, Sarah felt a sense of gratitude for the journey she had taken and the people who had walked alongside her. The young employees she had mentored flourished under her guidance, and their successes became a testament to the nurturing environment Sarah had created. Emily, Miguel, and Zoe all went on to achieve their personal goals, carrying forward the lessons they had learned at Sarah's place. The cafe itself evolved into a community cornerstone. Sarah hosted events that brought people together: book clubs, open mic nights, and local art shows. Each event was infused with the spirit of camaraderie and support that Jack had encouraged. Sarah often thought of Jack, especially during quiet moments when she would sit by the window, reflecting on the cafe's success. She would look at the place settings, the vibrant walls, and the happy faces of her customers, and she felt a profound sense of connection to her dear friend. One day, Sarah found an old photo of Jack, which she framed and hung in a special place in the cafe. Beneath it, she placed a small plaque that read, "In memory of Jack, whose belief in dreams and kindness to others continue to inspire us all. Thank you for showing us the true meaning of friendship and perseverance." The photo and plaque became a touching tribute, and many customers paused to read the inscription, often sharing stories of how Jack had touched their lives. In the end, Sarah's place was not just a cafe, it was a living legacy of Jack's impact. Through every cup of coffee served and every smile shared, Sarah honored the spirit of her friend, ensuring that his kindness and mentorship would continue to inspire and uplift the community for years to come. As we wrap up today's story, we've witnessed a journey of perseverance, friendship, and the profound impact of believing in one another. From Sarah's dreams of opening a cafe to the deep bond she shared with Jack, it's clear that true success is built on kindness, support, and dedication. We'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from Sarah and Jack's story? How can you apply these lessons in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know one thing you'll bring into practice from what you've seen today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.